Hi parents, it's Shannon Falkenstein from Acton Academy. If you're starting a new year at Acton Academy, whether you're a parent who's been here for a while or a brand new parent, I think it's great to start with the basics, to know that you really understand how everything works and that you feel as comfortable as possible on a journey that sometimes invites you to feel discomfort. So today I want to start with our levers of control. You should have this document handy, and you can probably find it in the same folder that you found this video. The first part of the Acton Academy levers of control is our mission, which is under our belief system. And our mission at Acton Academy is that we believe that each person, so that's students and parents and staff, will find or develop a calling that can change the world. That sounds pretty big, because it is. We have really high expectations for our community because we believe that all humans were born with one wild and precious life, and that they have the opportunity to do something amazing with it. When I was growing up, I think that the narrative that we were given in school was work hard, work hard, work hard, and one day you'll be successful. And success was largely defined by having money, having financial success, and being able to buy a lot of things in a consumer-based society. That has its pluses. But when we found Acton Academy, the Acton Academy model, I felt that that narrative had a lot more power behind it, and it invited a deeper meaning to life. So I would like to share it with you. And it's called The Hero's Journey. The Hero's Journey was discovered by Joseph Campbell, who was sort of an anthropologist, and he was also a professor at Sarah Lawrence College in Bronxville, New York. And he studied over his lifetime, since he was a child, he was interested in other cultures, mostly indigenous cultures. And he studied cultures throughout time and around the globe. And he realized that in every single culture, everyone had what he called a monomyth. So it was an archetypal story format or trajectory that everyone was telling about their tribe and their vision of life. And it's the same format that we see in Greek myths, in Disney films, and in any TED Talk that an entrepreneur tells about their struggles to become successful. And it has some really clear parts. Number one, this may be backwards, but you'll also find this graphic in your folder, is the call to adventure. So you're in your village, minding your own business, you're in your daily life, and you receive a call to adventure. This could come in the form of an opportunity, like a new job or moving to another country. It could come in the form of a crisis, like a cancer diagnosis or someone dying or losing a business. Or it could come in the form of an internal push to do something new and different because you're stagnant and you want to change. Well, that kicks off a whole mess of new adventures. And essentially, the protagonist, you, moves into an unknown world that is unknown and therefore difficult and therefore uncomfortable, similar to you moving into the new world of Acton, and then encounters all kinds of challenges. And through fighting against these challenges, the hero grows him or herself into a stronger, more resilient, and more skilled person, both internally and externally. There's also fellow travelers along the way, which in this case would be the other parents. There are mentors and guides along the way. So in The Lord of the Rings, that's Gandalf. In our community, that may be me, or it may be a guide, or it may be even a book, or your spouse. It could come in the form of anyone. And then there's all kinds of smaller challenges. They get bigger and bigger until finally there's one major challenge where you sort of slay the dragon or win the race or whatever is the big thing. In this case, being at Acton, it may be confronting your own fears about your child's education. That sometimes happens. And then overcoming that. And then what happens is the individual has sort of reached this goal internally and externally, and then returns home to the original village or situation, but is an expanded person and is able to bring that wisdom to others. So that is the rich story that we want our students and our families and our staff to be seeing themselves cast in their lives, because we think that it does a few great things. Number one, it brings meaning. Number two, it normalizes struggle because life is difficult. And doing anything big requires some failure, baby steps, learning, help, resources, and a lot of other things. So that trajectory doesn't go like this over your lifetime. I think we all know it's kind of like this. And kids need to know that, because otherwise they feel shame at comparing themselves to a story that really isn't true. So that's kind of our introduction to believing that everyone that comes into our doors can find or develop a calling to change the world through the process of the hero's journey. And we'll be back with another video about the next belief system, which is our mission. I'm sorry, that was our mission. Our promises. So our promises will be the thing that we talk about next. Stay tuned.